Welcome to another DuckTales 2017 review. I'm Jon Berry, and in today's review I shall be reviewing DuckTales Who is Gizmoduck, the 18th episode of the first season. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode as I found it thought-provoking and intriguing. To recap what happened in the episode, Fenton accidentally uses the Gizmoduck armor to save Huey from a bank robbery and is later filled with the desire to do more than just test the suit's functions in a laboratory setting. Though the suit also has a fatal flaw where the processor will over-exert itself in a way, overheat, and could potentially explode. Partway through the episode, Mark Beeks convinces him to leave McDuck Industries to become a crowd-funded superhero, but is only allowed to save, or should I say more accurately, help users who have a specific Waldo app. This frustrates Fenton and leads to Mark Beeks taking the suit for his own use, but it goes horribly wrong. But Fenton does manage to save the day in the end, and Huey solves the suit's processing power problem by having Fenton's brain be the processor. The episode concludes with Scrooge allowing Fenton to act as Duckbird's superhero. This episode is particularly thought-provoking about the relationship between man and machine, or should I say duck and machine. In our own world, we are becoming more and more dependent on computers for everything. Banking has become very much computerized. Most businesses have a website and email address. Many schools have even gone away with the traditional print textbooks in favor of online resources. We live in a world where we are even beginning to look at computers as a way of augmenting ourselves, a concept that just used to be limited to science fiction and cartoons. This episode addresses these concepts, but most of the concerns in the episode are not philosophical, but practical. Though Huey does address the philosophical aspect of this by telling Fenton that he is Gizmoduck, not the computer processor. But what I am most impressed about this episode is really how smart it is in it all, really. The only leap in logic that I really see is how easy it was for Huey to rewire the suit so Fenton's brain would be the processor rather than the original processor as designed by Gilus. Because, while we know Huey is the smartest of the triplets, I doubt that he would have the necessary skill for complex computer wiring and interfacing that wiring with the brain with organic material. He just seems too young to have that skill, and as such, that is really my only problem with the episode, that they give Huey skills way beyond what he probably should have. I also appreciated the social commentary that this episode included. The first example was how Mark Beeks was so absorbed in his music, he did not see the missile heading for his helicopter. Okay, and also he was totally paying only attention to his music and nothing about him when he was flying his helicopter. Talk about distracted flying. Kind of appropriate since he is a type of bird. It's kind of appropriate. But this really parallels how we could become so absorbed in our social media technology and other electronics that we miss what is going on around us, both the good and the bad. Why do you think many states in the United States have begun outlawing cell phone use while driving? They don't want any distracted driving. But that's purely from a safety perspective. But there's also all the good stuff, like you miss a beautiful scenery on your car ride somewhere if you're always playing on your phone. Like, you go to the Smoky Mountains, beautiful, but if you're always on your phone, you'll just miss that. The good and the bad, as I said. The second element I saw is how easy people would take to using an app to do stuff that they could easily do from themselves, or go out and find a professional to do it for them if it's beyond one's skill set. It's like, okay, so dependent on the app. Like, who would want to use an app for marriage counseling, which they do essentially show in this episode? I don't think that's a good idea. Go get a professional counselor. no, not an app. Yeah, I do like the social commentary. It's like, how stupid are we acting that a kid's cartoon is showing smart stuff? Like, kids' cartoons are essentially just supposed to be fun. But it really does show how smart this episode is as a whole. And also, just to tie in with Incredibles 2, kind of the same thing, so absorbed in technology that you miss what's going on around you. Some parallel messaging. I wonder if that was on purpose. Probably not, but you never know. You never know with all this technology and the fact that they're owned by the same company. That concludes my review of DuckTales Who is Gizmoduck. My question for you today is, what did you think of Who is Gizmoduck? Let me know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed my review, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for future reviews. Also, consider following me on social media and supporting me on Patreon in exchange for extra and early content. Links are in the description. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. Have a good one.